Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We have another banger of a video like usual, and we have the college basketball preseason top 25 released on Monday. I'm sorry I cannot get it to any earlier. I was busy doing some stuff, but this came out as of, I think, Monday afternoon-ish, and some thoughts. I'm going to go through all top 25 teams. I hope to do it in under 15 minutes, but if it's a little over, make sure to stay tuned. And tomorrow, predictions are coming. Do not worry, they are coming. Predictions will be here very soon. But as of how everything is going, we have got to jump in to my 25 teams in the AP Top 25 for the start of college basketball, which tips off November 6th. I am excited. So let's go over all 25 ranked in the AP Top 25, starting with the number one team being the Kansas Jayhawks. Bill Self and company, I believe, the third time Kansas has been ranked preseason number one under Bill Self. And they've got a loaded starting five, but some questions concern me on the bench. DeJuan Harris returns, terrific point guard. Marco Jackson is a very underrated, the freshman shooting guard. I love Kevin McCullough and KJ Adams, both returning as seniors. They landed Hunter Dickinson, the top transfer in the market, which is huge. Nick Timberlake comes in from Towson. Johnny Furphy is one of the top international players. Zach Clements, Parker Braun return. A lot to like about the Kansas Jayhawks this year. I'm a big fan of them, and I believe so is everybody else, so I like Kansas at number one, no issues. Number two is John Shire and the Duke Blue Devils. Duke ranked number two, and strictly because of their return of Jeremy Roach, senior guard, and they returned three of their best sophomores from last year. They are now from making the freshman to sophomore jump. Tyrese Proctor, Mark Mitchell, and Kyle Filipowski all come back. They have three fascinating freshmen, Jared McCain, Caleb Foster, and Sean Stewart. Jalen Blakes comes back as junior guard. Ryan Young comes back as a senior center. I personally think Duke should be ranked number one, but it's very close between these two. I love Duke. And at number three is the Purdue Boilermakers out of the Big Ten. Zach Edey returning, reigning National Player of the Year, absolutely unstoppable player at 7'4". Everybody loves Zach Edey, but here's the number one question around concerning me. When I look at this team, they return Edey, but that's not it. This team returns sophomore guards Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer. Who are excellent as freshmen. They return Ethan Morton, Mason Gillis, Caleb First, big-time senior guys. Lance Jones comes in from Southern Illinois. Miles Colvin, the freshman. A lot to like. Trey Kaufman-Wren is back. There is a lot to like about the Purdue Boilermakers being a top team in the nation. Number four, another Big Ten squad, Michigan State, ranked fourth, and they return a lot as well, including the backcourt of Tyson Walker and A.J. Hogard. Back, I loved Michigan State here. I mean, Jaden Akins is a fascinating junior returning. Malik Hall is back. Madi Sissoko is back. Two fascinating freshmen, Jeremy Fears, Xavier Booker, Trey Holloman is back. Jackson Kohler is back. If Michigan State is going to win a championship, this is the year Tom Izzo does it. They have a very freaking good team, and I think they'll win some big-time games. And then rounding out the top five, we got Marquette, Tyler Kolak, probably the best point guard in all of college basketball back. Cam Jones returns. Oso Ighodaro returns. Stevie Mitchell returns. Ben Gold and Sean Jones, two fascinating people off the bench. David Joplin is back. You got Royce Parham, a big-time freshman. I think Marquette is overrated. I think 5 is too high, but other than that, I am a big fan of the Golden Eagles. Pretty much returning everybody but Olivier Maxence Prosper. At number 6, another big East, UConn come in at 6. And how good will Donovan Clean be, the 7'2" sophomore I think he'll be really good. I think he'll be a very solid playmaker for this team. Tristan Newton comes back, which is big for them. Stephon Castle, the freshman. Solomon Ball, the freshman. Jalen Stewart, the freshman. Alex Caravan returns. They bring in Cam Spencer from Rutgers. Samson Johnson returns. A very, very loaded UConn program. Just very good. And then you got number 7 being the Houston Cougars. Jamal Shedd, returning point guard. Juwan Roberts returns. Terrence Archinu, Emmanuel Sharp. What's his name? Ramon Walker. Cedric Lath. Some freshmen. Joseph Tugler. Then the big-time transfer, the return of Javier Francis, the transfer additions, Damian Dunn and LJ Cryer. Kelvin Sampson really knows what he's doing down there. He's going to be a great coach. In Houston, going to be a threat in the Big 12. And then number 8, we have, who's number 8? We got another Big East team, Creighton. This was an interesting one because the Blue Jays ranked with Trey Alexander, Ryan Kalkbrenner back, big. So I like them. 9 and 10. 9 was Tennessee and 10 was FAU, Florida Atlantic. Yes, they are number 10 after the Final Four run. So I just want to give a quick brief of that top 10. Recap of the top 10. My most overrated team in the top 10 is UConn at 6. The reigning national champions. My most underrated team in the top 10 is Houston at 7. Other than that, though, I have no issues with this top 10. Very solid. So let's roll through the rest of them. Number 11 was Gonzaga. Gonzaga was ranked 11th. Number 12, Arizona. Number 13, Miami. Number 14 was Arkansas. 15, Texas A&M. 16, Kentucky. 17, San Diego State. 18, blanking on 18 here. 18, Texas. 19 and 20. 19, North Carolina. 20, Baylor. 21, USC. 22, my Villanova team. 23, St. Mary's. 24, Alabama. And 25, Illinois. So that was the rest of the top 25. Just going to give you my thoughts here. My most overrated team out of those group is Kentucky at 16. Just too many freshmen. DJ Wagner, Justin Edwards, Aaron Bradshaw, Reed Shepherd, Rob Dillingham. I mean, the only returners were Aganya Onyeso, the sophomore, and Antonio Reeves. They bring in Trey Mitchell, but I'm just not high on this Kentucky team. My most underrated team there was USC at 21. I love SC. I think they're a really fascinating team. Isaiah Collier, great freshman. Boogie Ellis is great. Kobe Johnson, Josh Morgan, Vincent Uwuchukwu is finally back from injury. I love USC, but not just other thoughts. I think Miami was too high at 13. I don't think this team has enough to do number 13. I thought Villanova, I'm not being biased, I thought they were underrated. I think they should for sure be a top 20 team. I think they should have been higher than number 22. St. Mary's is really good at 23. No complaints there. Gonzaga's overrated at 11. I think Arizona's a little overrated at 12. But outside of that, I think the SEC takes home the top amount of schools with 5 in the ranking. And I think, you got a Tennessee. It leads it. But when you look at the one surprise, my most overrated team in the entire AP poll, taking home the most overrated team, Miami at number 13. I don't think they're anywhere close to being a top 15, let alone top 20 team. I don't think they're that good. They're good enough.